I'm kind of going to be picking up from the other day on the projects on the F-150. Get my tool chest because the other day I was loading some stuff up and I didn't want it to come out. So I shut my tailgate. And whenever I shut my tailgate, it decided that on one side it was going to latch, and the other side it wasn't. So now it is stuck. It won't open, won't close the rest of the way. So I'm going to take these bits here out, see if I can get it to drop itself loose, and then figure out why this side didn't latch right. Alright, I've got my tool set back here. Seems like these are T30s Torx. So we'll just fits in there pretty good. So we'll try to break these loose, and I'll pick back up once I have all of them out and see what the inside looks like. Okay, we've got all the bolts out of there. You see this rod pulls nice. This one, I can't get it to move. So our problem may actually be on this end, which I was really hoping it wouldn't be, because it's going to be harder to get in there and get to. Okay, so I got this side to move, couldn't get that side to move. Eventually I had to get up in here with a pair of pliers and lean against it as I pulled, and I about fell out the fucking tailgate. But we've got it loose now to figure out why it wouldn't shut right in the first place. Let's see on both sides. So what's happening is this here is hitting on that, and it's not working right. It's not letting it actually close. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to replace these little parts within it. And this side, that side hits before this side does. So I don't know if this side's working either. But it's not allowing it to actually close on that side. And I don't know why that side would hit before this side does. But I've got everything looped up. So may just need these pieces replaced. Or I might just slap a different tailgate on it, because I got another part to start coming here in a few months. So I may just take this and leave it off for now. So I pulled this apart, seeing here, and what it's doing is this is not coming back like it should be. So I pulled the latch and pulled it in position, and then there's a spring here that's supposed to keep it in position. And I noticed on both of them they're on top, and I'm not sure if they're supposed to be on top, if they're supposed to be on bottom. But both of them are doing it, so I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna put them in the closing position, I'm gonna put that spring under it, and I'm just gonna shut it. I'll just leave it shut for the time being until I get that other tailgate and I can look at how it's supposed to be. Okay, so we got the tailgate to close. Basically, what I have to do for now is I have to pull the latch and set those things back into position and then shut the tailgate. If I don't, it'll just smack, because for some reason they're not resetting once the latch is let go of. So that issue's taken care of for now. And I'll probably add more stuff in the video, but for today I'm done working on it. Once I get some more parts and stuff, I'll make the video a little bit longer. I got the truck back from the shop. Still shifts hard going into overdrive and coming out of it. But there was a clip broke on the detank cable, TV cable. And we went ahead and replaced that, and they did it for free. So I've got the truck back for now. It's not 100% right, but it's better than what it was. And can't complain for it being free. Now I've just went through and sanded down where the rust was and put a little primer over it, just to get rid of the rust and stop it before it spreads. Got it down this side as well. I ain't worried about it actually looking good. I'm just worried about it not rusting, because eventually it will get painted, but stuff like this will eventually turn into holes if you just let it go along here. But I've got under here somewhat primered. I've still got to like fully do it, but I've got that shock in there in the truck, so I'll pick up tomorrow when I'm putting that on, and I'll add those to the other clips, and then I'll probably upload it from there. Just picking up where I left off. I've got the shock out of there. I've got some primer on there. I gotta sand the rest of this primer, but I've never seen one that wouldn't come off to the point of it snapping. So snap that shock. We can press it down. It doesn't like to come back out. Another thing I done off camera was touched up some of the rust spots with primer. But we'll clean this up and get the other shock on there. Should ride a lot better. Alright, I've got the tire back on. I got all that painted back in there and got the new shock on. Should do a lot better. Paint looks pretty good. Another thing I'm gonna check is there should be a check engine light when you put the key on somewhere, but there's not. So I believe the people have taken the bulb out. So I'm gonna open it up and see if I can find where the bulb is supposed to be. That way I can read this thing and see if I'm throwing any codes or not. So you got two T20 bolts. You got one up there and one over here. And then you'll pop off these bottom pieces that go around the bottom of the steering wheel. And then on the inside you'll have some more T20s on each side of the steering wheel. You take those off and you can pull this piece up and out of the way. And as you can see here, there's a bulb missing there, and looks like the whole socket and everything's missing from there. So maybe one of those two is the check engine light. I'll have to look it up and see. Alright, as you can see here now, that'll hold it up in the air. We've got our blinker, check engine, I'm assuming engine oil maybe, and then battery. And on the other side you got rear anti-lock, 4-wheel drive, and low range, which it has some of the bulbs there. So our engine light that's red is completely missing the socket, and then the check engine is missing the bulb. So we gotta get a bulb for that, and we should be able to read the codes on it based off how many times it flashes. Okay, we've got the dash pulled apart to where I can get to it. Basically all I've done was once I got that cover off, I went around and took out some more bolts, some more T20s. After the T20s were out, this plastic cover has a bunch of T15s in it. You go around and take all those out, you can pull that off, and you can pull this black piece here out of your way. That makes it to where you get in here and get to your lights. So probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this battery bulb out, put it over here for now, and see if I get anything on the check engine light. Alright, we got the bulb changed out from there over to here, and start the truck up and it goes away. So that's good. We don't have a check engine light going, so everything seems to be in order. Now if it ever does come on, I don't know. I also tested all these bulbs over here. They work when I shift through in the 4-wheel drive and everything, so we are good to go. I'm going to slap this back together. Now for the bulb, I don't know how you're supposed to actually get it out, but we use needle nose pliers and tried to pull it out. They just plug right in. So it was just real easy, got it out, put it in over here. and I should be fine to be missing that because it's just the battery light. I can replace it later. I'd rather have the check engine light than the battery light. I've got battery voltage here that I can keep an eye on, and if it starts acting up, I've got a voltmeter at the house. So slap this back together. Alright, I have everything back together. Engine light comes on now. Battery light no longer comes on. We've got turn signals. So we're all set for the time being. I believe that other engine light that shows beside this is for the oil, but we've got a oil pressure gauge, so that's probably why there's not a socket there for it. I would just assume maybe that's what it is, but that should be all for now. I'll probably make a video of what I've got so far, and then when I get into more projects on it, I'll pick up from there. Eventually we're going to get a radio, sound system, everything like that. We've got the extra 2 rims that I had been talking about earlier in this video. So eventually we'll be buying tires for that and putting it on, and I'll make a video then.